Do you think they blew a chance to make the sequel trilogy as good as the original trilogy? I liked Force Awakens, but then they took a huge dump. I think they they just mismanaged the trilogy completely. I do think they missed a huge opportunity because I think Star Wars isn't supposed to divide the fans. And I feel like even The Force Awakens, I feel like divided fans. People didn't like how they called it a copycat, which I don't necessarily agree with. They didn't like how safe it was. They didn't like how powerful Rey was. I think The Force Awakens is the best of the trilogy. But even the more I watch that now, the more it's just... all three of those movies keep kind of dropping down my list just because, I don't know, it's just the way the story is told. I have a video scripted that I want to do. It's like a what if moment for the end of The Force Awakens that I think shifts a lot of things. But they definitely missed an opportunity because they're basically fighting an uphill battle now with every piece of content they put out, with the idea that there's going to be a lot of skeptical fans who are, oh, I don't want to watch this Disney fucked up Star Wars and it sucks. But it's like, but then you get the Mandalorian and it's amazing. But then you get Boba Fett and it sucks, in my opinion. And it's like, okay, well now we're going to get Obi-Wan coming off of Boba Fett, and is Obi-Wan going to be good? If they ruin this, I'm done. Like, there's just so much stuff that I feel like a struggle that they've given themselves by making such a divisive trilogy. And look, I'm not mad at Rian Johnson. I think he has a horrible take on Star Wars. I think his Breaking Bad episodes are amazing. I think Knives Out was amazing. I think he took too much of a risk in the middle of a trilogy versus being collaborative with JJ, who also has his problems, because you could tell both these guys just didn't give a fuck about what the other one was doing. And that's the problem. And that ultimately goes on the responsibility of Kathleen Kennedy, who let them do that. It should have never been that way. They should have been from the beginning. Again, when you create something like this, and I don't need to tell these people how to make content or how to make a movie or how to produce stuff. They know what they're doing. It just seems like they don't. But with a trilogy, you start backwards. Okay, who is Rey's parents? Let's start backwards. Okay, it's going to be Palpatine, which was never in the plans. Palpatine's going to be her grandfather. Let's figure out how to make that story work and work backwards. Oh, okay, we're going to make her a Skywalker. Let's figure out how and why. Like, work backwards and be on like the same page. You knew George, like obviously George created A New Hope, Star Wars, without the expectation of it doing what it did. But once that happened, he created a cohesive story and directors did it. Being on the same page and being collaborative is important. You can't just be a rogue director in the middle of a trilogy. Like, it doesn't work. So yes, I absolutely think that they missed an opportunity because, yeah, all their movies made $1 billion. Maybe they could have made $5 billion if they were better, or if they weren't so divisive, or if the fan base wasn't so split and everyone enjoyed it to some extent. I do enjoy the movies. I just see their flaws and have problems with the way they did a lot of things. But yeah, I think they definitely did miss a huge opportunity. I'm hitting Rian Johnson with, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. I mean, basically. I mean, I'm disappointed in JJ too, because he was left with not a lot of options in the final movie. And I like some of what he did in terms of bringing the story back to where it should have gone. But he didn't do an amazing job either. But I can't be critical of The Rise of Skywalker without being even more critical of The Last Jedi, because the only reason Rise of Skywalker is what it is because of the events that happened in The Last Jedi.